Hey everyone, welcome to the 17th video in the playlist Leetcode Top Interview 150 questions. In this video, we will be solving the 17th problem from this list. The name of the problem is Roman to integer. In this problem, we are given Roman numerals, which are represented by these 7 symbols, and each symbol has an assigned value. So let's see. So we have I, we have V, we have X, we have L, C, D, and M. Now with each of these values, we have an assigned value, which is numeric. So I is 1, V is 5, X is 10, L is 50, C is 100, D is 500, and M is 1000. Now what we need to do is, we have been given a Roman numeral, which, let's say for example we have X, X, V, I, and we need to convert this to a integer representation. So in this case we have X, this will be 10, plus we have another X, this will be 10, plus we have V, V is 5, so we say 5, then we have I, so we have to add 1 twice, so plus 1 plus 1, and this should be 27, which is 27. Now there is a scenario where it is given that if we want to make the number 4, it is written as IV, not 4 times I. So let's consider another input, which is 4, and this is supposed to be 4. Now it is saying I can be placed before V and X can be placed before L and C can be placed before D and M. So in the same way, let's try to have this value represented as well. So I can be placed before V and X can be placed before L and C can be placed before D and M. Similarly, this value stands for 4, this value stands for 9, this value stands for 40, this value is 90, and this value is 400, and this value is 900. Now, the way or approach by which I'm going to solve this problem is that iterate linearly on the Roman string and read the character. If it's a single character value, then simply add the numeric value to the sum. Now here, one thing to notice is that, let's say we have X, I, B as the input. So here what we are saying is, if it's a single character value, then we simply add the numeric value to the sum. So we keep on going, we set our pointer cursor to this index, we read this. Is this a single character value? So X is a single character value, we read the value of X and we add 10 to the sum. Let's add 10 to the sum. But one thing to notice here is that if we keep trying to do that for every single character, we won't be able to differentiate between the answer of XIV and XVI, because in both cases this approach will return 16, because 10 plus 5 plus 1 is 16, and similarly here as well. So to able to handle this corner case, what I want to do is, before checking if it's a valid single character value or not, we should check if it's a valid double character value. If this is true, then we add the numeric value of the double chars, which is from this mapping. So here, instead of checking for X, we first check, does XI is a valid pair or a single character pair in this map or not, or in this mapping or not. Since we cannot find XI, we just pick the single character value and add 10 to the sum. The next time we scan the first index. Now so according to our approach, we have to check if it's a valid double character value. So the double character value at this index is IV. So we try to go into our mapping and see if we can make a double character value, and it's 4. So we add 4 to the sum. And if we pick the double character value, instead of incrementing the pointer by 1, we increment the pointer by 2. We say and increment the pointer by 2. And here increment the pointer by 1. So this is going to be the approach to solve the Roman to integer problem. So now let's go ahead and write code for this. The time complexity for this problem would be linear, because we are just scanning the input string once. So let's go ahead and write code for this. Since we have to return the sum, let's make a sum variable, set it to 0, and let's start iterating at the first index and keep going till the last index of the string. Now, in our approach, we have two different scenarios. So let's first write the code for double symbol. So string double symbol is substring of whatever character we are standing at plus 1, but the substring takes the second parameter is exclusive. So instead, if we want two characters to be extracted starting at index I, we should pass I plus 2 here. Now we need a way to check if this double symbol has a mapping or not. So to be able to do that, let's create a hash map with a string to integer mapping. Let's call these values. And in this hash map, we are going to put all the values for the mappings we have. So I'm just going to copy this. So we have I, V, X, LCDM, LCDM. This is 5, this is 10, this is 50, this is 100, this is 500, and this is 1000. So we were able to put all the mappings for this part. Now let's add the mappings for this part. I'm just going to copy this. And we have IV, IX, then XL, XC, CD, CM. So XC, CD, and CM. And the values are 4, 9, 40, 90, 400, 900. So 4, 9, 40, 90, 400, 900. Now, what we do here is, after extracting the symbol, we see if values contains this symbol. Now, if it doesn't contain this symbol, then we have to process the single symbol. If it does contains, what we do is we add the value to the sum variable. So it will be values dot get double symbol. And according to our approach, we were incrementing the pointer by 2 units. So let's do that. And I plus equal to 2 and continue. Because we don't want the code for single symbol to run. Now let's write code for the single symbol. So string single symbol is s dot substring I plus 1, because we just want single symbol, and sum plus is equal to values dot get single symbol. And here we can increment I just by 1 value. Finally, we can return sum as the result. And one corner scenario to notice here is that when we are standing at the last index of s dot length, then this part will fail. So we only need to run this if I is less than s dot length minus 1, so that this call does not fail. And now, if you are going to run this, this is going to pass the test cases, hopefully. So let's run this now. And we are able to pass the test cases. So let's go ahead and submit the solution. And we get an accepted solution. So in this video, we solved the Roman to integer problem, which is the 17th problem in the top interview 150 list. In the next video, we will be solving the 18th problem from the Leetcode top interview 150 list.